April, thank you. If these last 2 days before Christmas have you feeling a little frazzled, you are not alone. Experts say even though there's a lot to get done, we are making it worse on ourselves. We're doing it to ourselves, starting with all that baking we think we need to do. Well, guess what? We don't need to do it. They say pick one thing to make and make it for every single person. I agree. Or just go to the bakery. That's my secret. And then pretend like you baked it. We also expect relationships to change, and they won't. Don't expect a whole new family to show up at your door. Just find a way to deal with those people you don't get along with. We try to be mind readers, and we're not, and we will never be. So we also try to turn love into money. How much you spend will never be the best way to express how much you love somebody. And finally, we treat the holidays like a marathon, just trying to get through it without stopping to enjoy what it's really all about. This is good advice. Dr. DeRosa is saying, yeah, I agree with all this. Well, many of you will indulge in a drink or two during the holidays, and while you may feel a little guilty about that, you shouldn't. Dr. Angela DeRosa is here to explain why drinking in moderation is actually good for us. Good morning, even me.
Good morning. Well, you're pregnant, so actually there's some studies that suggest even in pregnancy a little bit of alcohol, but that's very controversial.
You're like, I'm not answering that yet.
But alcohol is actually not a bad thing when used in moderation. Obviously, we want to drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. But a little bit of alcohol, 1 glass per day for women, 2 glasses per day for men, is actually very good for you.
Wait, why do they get 2?
Well, they have actually bigger body mass, and they actually have better liver metabolism.
Just being clear.
They always win out on this stuff.
I know, what's up with that?
But alcohol in moderation is actually really good because if you imagine this is an artery bed.
Okay.
So if alcohol actually increases the good cholesterol, so HDL, so imagine these cotton balls are the good cholesterol. They can freely move through the arteries.
This is good, yeah.
And it also decreases the bad cholesterol. So if you would imagine peanut butter is the bad cholesterol. It gets in the arteries and it just clogs things up. And then when you have things moving through, it doesn't quite work so well.
Okay.
So alcohol increases good, decreases bad. Now, as we all know, alcohol can increase our libido or decrease the inhibition. So when you think about erectile dysfunction and erectile health and also increasing blood flow to all genital areas, a little bit of alcohol goes a long way. So if you have 1, 2 drinks, not so bad for guys. You get to 3, maybe a little bit better, but you get to 4.
Do to that?
Gone. All guys can relate to that, I'm sure. Except Scott. I know he's out there somewhere.
I just felt like a whole bunch of ouches were going on behind the scenes, but go ahead.
Also, alcohol, if you imagine these are brain cells and they all connect. When you get older, you kind of, the brain cells start to break up and they don't function as well. But alcohol can keep those dendrites, in other words, those communications between those cells, solid and communicating, again, in moderation.
Yeah.
We also talk about the grandmother's wives' tale, have a little bit of alcohol if you get sick. And actually, there's some truth to that. So have a little bit of tea, honey, and maybe even throw a shot of Grand Marnier or your whiskeys. A little bit can actually kill some of the bacteria that's in your sinus passageways and airways.
So are we talking about a shot?
A shot, 6 ounces, 8 ounces. If you ever hear the term Nostrovia or Zastrovia, the Ukrainian, Polish, Russian, it's to your good health. They're usually picking up a shot glass of pure vodka, which here's to you, Scott. I was from Russia.
Scott's paying attention.
He's paying attention. I brought this specifically for him.
Okay.
After, if we do happen to imbibe too much, we always want to make sure that day after that we're getting really good hydration, so drink a lot of water. B12 can actually speed up the metabolism of alcohol, but also help you get that energy and feel better. We often turn to the caffeine. A little bit's good, but too much actually can be dehydrating and make that hangover even worse.
Great advice.
Yep.
Let me get this, Dr. DeRosa, just to drive the point home. Guys, listen to what the doctor says. That's all I'm saying.